Hello and welcome. There has been a lot of talk about this pitch debate, and that is why I thought I'll do this show alone to try and put things in perspective both sides. I've done a column this morning. And I've tried to speak to every side. I'm not quoting anyone here, but you can clearly understand that when I did the piece this morning, it represents both sides of the story. Now, let me lay out the contours first. Number one, on the one side is the question that fans have asked, a lot of KKR fans have asked, also the team, that, you know, should KKR have home advantage? That's the moot point of this entire controversy. A lot of fans have said that it was Shujan Mukherjee and the pitch that resulted in KKR's loss. The other side of the story is no, it was a batting belter. KKR was one shot away from victory. Rinku Singh, Andre Russell, number 7, number 8, they were strategic blunders, which is why KKR lost. Now, as journalists, the job of ours is to put out both sides of the story. There is a KKR side of the story, there is a CAB and curator side of the story as well. Now, it is important for us to put out both sides of the story and then you decide. Let the readers decide, let the viewers decide. I'm not going to take a position on this, but I'm going to put out both sides of the story, and both sides have merit. Especially when both sides have arguments going for them, it is absolutely paramount for media to put out both sides of the story. Let me put out the KKR side first. So here's the KKR side of the story. The IPL as a tournament is premised on the home and away format. That is at the essence of the IPL, the core of the IPL. So clearly, if it is premised on the home and away format, much like a bilateral cricket series, home advantage or expecting home advantage is fair, is totally fair. So when you think that home advantage is fair, that's where KKR is coming from. Let me give you some statistics. Between 2011 and 2015, KKR's win percentage at the Eden Gardens on its home base was more than 70%. Let me repeat, KKR's win percentage at the Eden Gardens between 2011 and 2015 was more than 70%. Post 2015, the winning percentage in home conditions have dropped to less than 48%. 48%, yes, you heard it right. So the win percentage, which was 70% or more, dropped to 48% post 2015. Now, despite this drop from 70 plus to 48%, KKR has been one of the most successful franchises, the top three, if I say, in the IPL. A Chennai Super King, a Mumbai Indian, and of course a KKR. They have won the title 3 times as well, KKR, including the last season. And clearly, despite the winning drop, they have done well, which is why you have not seen KKR, really make an issue out of the pitch thing last year. So this is what is going in their favor. Having said that, there are multiple things here. One, during the 2023 World Cup, for example, Eden Gardens did offer a turner. Now, when you can offer a turner in an international event like a World Cup, why can't you for KKR? Is the argument that the KKR camp can validly give. And it is a fair point. Now, when you say that, okay, I can give a turner for a World Cup, but it is not happening for the KKR match, it doesn't smell nice. Also, when you have best spinners in the world like a Sunil Narayan, a Varun Chakravarti, you want a relatively, wicket that suits them, a slow turner in this case. What you actually got in the last game was a batting belter with 240 runs scored. Now, in an auction scenario, when you know that you have to play 7 games year on year in one venue, how do you go about it? And this is not mean money. Huh? This is 120 crore rupees in an auction that we are talking about, not small change. So when you are spending 120 crore rupees in an auction, you premise your strategy on the fact that you expect certain conditions in a particular venue and you will form the team accordingly. That is for every team, because that's only how you can prepare a team for a particular venue and go into an auction. Now the question here then is, should KKR have to play every match as a neutral game? Or should KKR understandably get home advantage and create a team or prepare a team based on the fact that it will play at Eden and it can expect a certain set of conditions to be given to them at Eden Gardens? When I take all of these factors in mind, I have to say that the KKR side of the argument is extremely pertinent and pretty strong. Having said that, now let us turn our gaze to the other side, the curator side of the story, or the CAB side of the story, whichever way you want to put it. And by the way, again, I am making it clear, I am not here to take any sides. I am putting this entire debate in perspective. I am giving you the KKR side of the story. I am also giving you the other side of the story. And as listener or viewer or reader, it is now on you to make up your mind who is right or whose argument makes more sense. I am already on record to say that KKR did not lose the match against LSG because of the wicket. And I'm clear on this. Why? Because KKR did not use Rinku Singh and Andre Russell till number 7 or 8. I don't think sending Ankrish Raghuvamshi or Ramandeep Singh ahead of Andre Russell or Rinku Singh made much sense. I think KKR could have revisited that strategy. I think KKR got it wrong there. So here's one reason. Number two, if you take a look at the Ajinkya Rahane dismissal, Ajinkya Rahane was batting wonderfully well. 60 of 35 balls, it was a sublime innings. Some of the shots, for example, that one sticks to mind. The way he played it to fine leg for 4 was a brilliant effort. Now, Ajinkya got out to a very soft shot. It was a full toss, ranked bad full toss outside off stump, and Ajinkya played it to cover to Nicholas Puran of Shardul Thakur. Had it been any other day, Ajinkya could have deposited that ball in any stand, and he was in that kind of form. Unfortunately for KKR, he put it into the hands of Nicholas Puran. That's when momentum shifted. There was another dismissal of a full toss, and that is of Andre Russell. Now, when 2 wickets fall to full tosses, the truth is the wicket is taken out of the equation. The pitch is no longer relevant when you lose wickets to full toss. Slow turner, belter, whatever kind of wicket it is, you have actually lost 2 wickets to a full toss. That's where it becomes complicated. Add 2-3 more things here. One, Venkatesh Iyer, despite being paid 23.75 crores, he has been taken into the team as an all-rounder. He has not been given 1 over to bowl. Now, on a wicket like that, would his cutters have made sense? Could they have tried 1 over of Venkatesh Iyer when other bowlers were being tonked around at will by Nicholas Puran? Secondly, Andre Russell was given the ball in the 16th over. Was it not a tad too late? Now, finally, the whole Rinku Russell point that they were brought in to bat way later than they should have been. When I see all of these points, I do see merit that the curator or anybody can say that KKR did not lose because of the wicket. I hope I've been able to represent both sides of the story to you. If you ask me, I think this debate has become too much. I absolutely think this debate needs to be put to rest and closed. The way forward is a word between CAB, KKR, the curator. Venki Mysore is an absolutely fantastic administrator. Ajinkya Rahane, a very smart guy, a very good captain, and a very good human being. So Ajinkya Rahane, Venki Mysore, CAB President Snehashish Ganguly, and the curator, that is the way forward as far as I am concerned. So I advocate, all of these fellows should sit together for the sake of the sport, the franchise, Eden Gardens, Kolkata. Because ultimately, if you are a KKR fan, you're coming from Nodia, Bardhaman, Krishnanagar, from different parts of Bengal, you want your team to win. And it is a fact. No fan just wants to come and see 4s and 6s. Fans also want, and perhaps much more than anything, want their team to win. And that is why they come to the Eden Gardens at 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon. That, according to me, is the way forward. So I advocate a meeting and a resolution. Will that happen? Not in our hands. We can put across the debate to you, but we think also that we may not have heard the last of this. I hope you will debate this, taking it forward, take your own side, because from our standpoint, it is our job to represent both sides of the story. Thank you very much for watching.